Welcome to Bloody Sunday, a podcast where we take different scoops of different horror movies and put them together in one wonderful Sunday of discussion.
Yes.
That's what I
That's
got.
That's perfect.
I'm Charlie, and I am a cultural scholar who specializes in horror film.
I'm Dexter. I am somebody who just really enjoys movies and spends a lot of time sometimes overanalyzing them to the point of compulsion.
And also, you're cool.
Cool. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. Great.
Today we're going to do a summer recap, and we're going to go through all of the movies that we've seen over the summer that are horror movies, because some of us have seen too many movies and we have to be sparing. So we're going to start off by going through movies that we have both seen, taking a bit of time to talk about them. Some will go into a lot of detail if we have a lot of thoughts. Some will just go right through because they're pretty cut and dry. And then after that, we're going to play a little bit of a game where we pitch the movies that the other hasn't seen to them. So that's going to work by we're going to have 3 minutes to pitch the movie. And then if the other one likes it, we'll have another 3 minutes to talk about it together. And if they don't, then we move on. This might surprise you, but I have a lot more movies than Dexter does.
Oh yeah, all day, every day. It's thanks to that lovely AMC. Was it A-listers?
A-list.
A-listers.
Yeah, there was an original cut of this that we just recorded over, in which the bulk of that cut was me talking about AMC A-list. So maybe this is a sign from God that I shouldn't be a capitalist shill, and that we should just talk about movies and not watching movies.
I disagree. Maybe if we talk about it enough times, maybe we will get sponsored. You know?
Yeah, that'd be good. We come to this place for magic.
I don't know if anybody else has a burning passion, hatred for that.
We are the opposite side of the spectrum.
But the Nicole Kidman AMC commercial has been dropped down to 30 seconds, which is pretty good. It's still a little too long. Like, give me like 15, and I think we'd be doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think that they should extend it. When I was in the theater for the first time after they shortened it, I didn't know. And I'm sitting next to Mars, and Mars is to my right, and to my left are two gay men. This is important. When they put Nicole on, and it's the different shortened version, myself and the two gay men beside me audibly gasped. And we started talking like to ourselves, like not to each other, but to ourselves about how tragic this is, and how we were all so upset. And at the end of the movie, which it was Lurker, and I did not like it.
Valid.
Just to get that on the table.
Thank you.
Mars left the review for the film saying, before the film, 3 gay men gasped at the absence of Nicole Kidman, and that really set the tone.
It was a bad omen from day one.
Yeah. What are 3 gay men if not the fates?
The oracles, if you will, of the modern era.
I hope those two gentlemen are doing well. I've never met them before in my life, but I hope they're faring well with the absence of our. I'm not gonna say our queen, our movie watching lady.
Muse.
Or
I had something.
she's like Muse, like the band, though.
Yeah. Not the thing that you seek inspiration from.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So should we should probably get started with the first guy, right?
Yeah. So our first film that we have both seen is Clown in a Cornfield.
Yes.
So this one, the tagline is, "Are you a friend of Friendo?"
Is that it?
Yep. So what do you think about that one? What's your rating for that tagline?
Oh God, like on one end it's like it's kind of funny just because it's so deadpan, but then on
Yeah.
the other end it's like he really didn't even try.
Mhm.
I like two. I'll do 2.5
Okay.
just because I giggled, but like yeah, I'll stick with 2.5 just because of
I'll give it a 3.
that. Okay.
But also, like, what the fuck does that mean to
I
someone who has no clue what this
exactly.
is?
That's why I'm like that's all I'm saying.
What is a friendo? Um,
You're a friend of ours.
So, our synopsis.
Mhm.
Quinn and her father have just moved from the quiet town of Kettle Springs, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, she discovers a fractured community that has fallen on hard times after the Treasure Bay Pen corn syrup factory burned down. As the locals bicker amongst themselves and tensions boil over, a sinister grinning figure emerges from the cornfield to cleanse the town of its burdens, one bloody victim at a time.
Okay. That's
That
yeah.
sounds cooler than the movie is.
Yeah. Like,
It's also really long. That was a really long.
that was
Yeah.
damn near the whole movie.
Yeah. So that's actually the plot of the film. Not that that's what a synopsis is supposed to be. A synopsis isn't supposed to tell you the plot of the film.
Not like that. Holy shit.
It's certainly not.
It reminds me of that you ever seen the Carrie remake?
No.
Good. But I
There's
brought
several as well.
there are, but the most recent one with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Okay.
She did one back in like 2013, 2014, something like that. Not the movie. Fuck the movie. The movie's terrible.
Okay.
But the trailer. The trailer is literally the entire film in a minute and a half.
Okay.
Like they show literally everything.
I think that you can get away with that because there is already a Carrie movie that people famously might know the plot to.
Yes, but like it was like there's nothing to
Yeah, there's no reason to go watch.
yeah, there's no surprise.
Yeah.
It was like it was completely just burned me out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, okay, cool.
That's fair.
That's it. She was a terrible Carrie. Anyways, yes, Clown Cornfield.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty fun. You know, it's pretty on the tin.
Mhm.
I don't remember if it was PG-13. I feel like it has to be.
No, I think it was rated R because
Well, that's crazy because God did it feel like it was PG-13. Um, it was rated R. This
Yeah.
was a rated R picture.
I thought so because
Wow.
that because that cornfield scene where like we're doing spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, spoilers.
We'll
That
say if there are no spoilers before something.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to spoil it. Sorry.
yeah. All of these films have been out the entire
Yeah,
length
if
of the
you
summer.
haven't- specifically, if you haven't seen Clown in a Cornfield already, I don't think you care enough
yeah, like,
for it to get spoiled.
it's
You just listened to me read the whole synopsis.
yeah. It's on Shudder. Shudder's like $5 a month. It's probably like the best streaming service if you're a horror movie fan.
Now it's a corporate show.
I'll take a
Yeah. Who else do we want to be sponsored?
Ooh,
Ben and Jerry's.
I'll take
We are named after ice cream,
that's
so
valid.
this does make sense.
That does make sense.
This 100% wasn't the first brand that I thought of that I want something to be involved with, and I had no connection until I said it.
Yeah, I like legitimately, if we ever do actually get to the point where like we can monetize this at all, I would love a Bad Dragon sponsorship.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So AMC,
MC
Shudder, Ben and
and
Jerry's, Bad
Bad
Dragon.
That it sounds like a perfect Saturday night.
Yeah, that's everything you need.
That's
I feel like you need a fifth one. Who can round this out?
All right, so we got food, we got personal items, we got entertainment.
Personal items, yeah.
Entertainment. What is that? Streaming service, yeah.
Yeah, my first thought was Tubi, but that is stealing because the Third Channel podcast very much has been trying to get Tubi to sponsor them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think we should leave that to them.
Valid. Very valid.
And then after they get their Tubi sponsorship, that's our in. But we'll be unique. We'll think of something else.
Okay. Should be like, so we already did the food. I want to do like a mobile game. That seems like that's too cliche. We need something like off the wall. Like what's in like the same vein as like Ben and Jerry's and Bad Dragon, but that's not.
Does it also have to start with a B?
No, it's cooler if it does.
Uh,
If you can't do the pizza.
there's a really obvious one that we didn't say. Letterboxd.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
it can be
go.
Letterboxd. Yeah.
Letterboxd, yep.
Okay, perfect. So
Okay.
that's everything that you need to have a good night.
That's
Not just a Saturday, any night.
Anyway.
You know, why break up that routine?
What does that routine look like? Never mind.
I mean, I think it's actually pretty straightforward. It's just, I mean, I guess the order could change.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Depending on
Is the Ben and Jerry's like during, after, during?
Yes.
Cool. Glad we have that. Clown in a cornfield.
Yes. Yeah, it is rated R. The only reason why I remember that is because of the cornfield scene in particular. I remember that being extra gory because like they had that whole they thought that the boyfriends were like pranking them.
Yeah.
So they were playing with like the decapitated head and shit, and then
Yeah.
they actually realized, and I was like, okay, this is definitely rated R. You can't get that in PG-13 zone.
Yeah. I think that my favorite thing about this movie is that it felt like a really solid slasher in the way that they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of modern slashers don't pay respect to their elders and forget that these movies are supposed to be funny. Because a slasher is basically, I mean, at least in my book, like a teen movie or teen comedy, usually leaning towards comedy, that has violence in it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
So I think that they really brought that fun element that a lot of modern slashers are missing.
Yeah, no, I had a good time watching it. I think
They really did put the teen in it, though. That was also that was.
there's a lot of fucking teens in that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah.
And the script feels like it was written by one.
Yeah, it wasn't like it's not gonna like the writing isn't gonna change your life or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I mean, it does. It's serviceable. And my only complaint is the casting just a little bit. Who's the guy that got to play like the mayor slash dad? He's in like everything. God.
Kevin Brand.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
always a bad guy. Like there's not.
He wasn't a bad guy in Abigail. That's where I know him the best, specifically because I looked at him and I thought that was Elon Musk. But he wasn't bad in that, which is funny and ironic because that's where he looks the most like Elon Musk.
I mean, I would argue that his character is still a bad person. They literally
Well, these
kidnapped
things
the
are
child.
mutually
It's the whole part. But so yeah, him in particular, Greg. I always love seeing him and stuff. He's been acting for like forever.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see him still getting roles and everything. But he was definitely the thing where I was like, oh, he's probably a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting a lot of like Hot Fuzz vibes from this. And
I think it's there.
yeah. But they played it a lot more into the slasher realm than the Hot Fuzz. So I appreciate that. Overall, I enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
I really had too much else to say. You.
I like gay people. Delighted that there were gay people in this. I feel like it was really true to form that you had this girl who was like having a will they won't they with your two male leads, and she was in such delusion because I thought while I'm watching it, I'm like, they fucked, haven't they? And I was right. So that was really vindicating. And the fact that she was just down, she's like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Woke.
Well, is that review that you pulled up earlier?
Yeah. We've also decided that we're going to read the reviews from Letterboxd that I liked. So I saw a review for this by K Meeks that said, actually, yeah, give me a few more of these slashers that are woke and bad. Another notable review from Rendy. If Nickelodeon made an R-rated horror movie, and I say that in the most complimentary way imaginable. this is from my friend Phelan. They said the clown to cornfield ratio was way off. Um, I'm only reading these if I think that they're funny. So you may or may not hear those names again. But Mars said, having barefoot on the dashboard being a foreground framing shot was diabolical, which pairs with my review saying playing Mother Mother while she looks at pictures of her dead mother was a diabolical choice. And I want to end with a review from Huge at that said, and I quote, our generation's Shakespeare, RuPaul Charles once said, you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is fine, girl.
Respect. I like that. That's
That's
a good one to close
perfect.
off. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine. Nice.
great.
Nice.
So if you were to give Clown on a Cornfield star rating,
I give it a 3.
okay,
Like I had a good enough time watching it, but I'm not also going to like in comparison to some of these other films, it's not something that I'm gonna make an effort to even go buy or on like any service. Like if it comes on in the middle of the night and I have nothing else to watch, I'll be okay
yeah,
with that.
but it's not something you're like necessarily going to revisit on purpose.
No, not even. But I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I am 3.5.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I pretty much agree with you. It's just kind of it's a little
Yeah, they had a good blend of like humor and horror, so I think it worked out for the most
Yeah.
part. So respect.
pretty solid for like clowns too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming back a little bit. I think they're getting art for that. So
But
that's
a lot of clown content, man.
a lot
It's
of
bad.
it's getting rough out here, man.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I get it. I understand. He's probably the most recent horror icon, and we're not gonna get a new one anytime soon. So
Yeah.
they're gonna just fucking beat that horse into the ground and then beat it some more until something new comes out. So no
Yep.
biggie. Is what it is.
See what happens.
Yep, yep.
All right. So our next film is Bring Her Back.
Ooh.
Did you like this one?
Yeah. Okay, so like's a strong word. So this movie's bleak as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like I do not regret watching it. However, I really have to be in a mood to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like it was hard.
Yeah. So the tagline for this one is evil comes full circle. I think it's a bad tagline, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like given like what I know of the film, yes, that totally makes sense. However, if you just put that on a poster, no, that wouldn't get anybody. Yeah, that wouldn't
Yeah.
get any attention.
No.
No, that's terrible. I'll do 2.
Yeah. I'll give it a 2 as well.
Yeah.
Not good. And the synopsis. Following the death of their father, a brother and sister are introduced to their new sibling by their foster mother, only to learn that she has a terrifying secret.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's it. Sorry, you were so acquainted with Clown in the Corner.
Yeah. I was waiting for the 3-piece novel, so
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. No, that's perfect. That's a perfect
Yeah,
synopsis, actually. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Fuck yeah. All right. So, what did you think of Bring Her Back?
I thought it was good. I agree with you. It was so bleak. Like I saw this like in an early showing. Like I saw it at like 10 or 11 in the morning.
Oh shit, dude.
And I was like, fuck.
Oh, fucking day gone right there.
I have to think about this for the rest of the day. But it was good. It had really good acting
Mm-hmm.
that I think supports it. The really plot.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible script. The way that they structure it, you just feel bad.
Yeah, like you don't like you mourn every character, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, feel bad for everybody, even like the
Yeah, especially Andy. That poor boy.
bro.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god, the fucking like that that I can like. It took me like a week and a half to look at a kitchen knife the same. Wait, is that Andy's the?
Andy is the teenage boy.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking of the other kid. What's his name? Um,
Oliver.
Oliver. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Andy, bro.
Yeah.
Watching that, yeah, I think that was like the first time in a long time that I've ever seen like a spoilers a death in a horror movie where I was like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I like I was like, I
It
really,
was
it's
devastating.
like, especially because you watched him struggle so fucking hard to
Yeah.
get people to like see that he wasn't crazy.
And just no one fucking believes him.
No, fuck it. And then like finally when somebody
And he has
does,
evidence too. Like he consistently like pulls things.
and when
Yeah.
he finally fucking does, it's like that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
God, just fucking like just kick you in the fucking balls and just
Yeah. And I feel like he's a really good inverse to Sally Hawkins' character. I just looked at her and I thought Sally Hawkins. Her name was Laura. Okay. So Andy was a good inverse to Laura because what helped them and hurt them was like their reputation in the past.
Mhm.
Because Andy, he fucked up in the past. That gets pulled against him.
Yeah.
And Laura was good in the past and like did good at her job. So that supports her. So no one questions her. Everyone questions him.
Yes.
Because of past action. So that makes them like a really interesting foil to each other.
I didn't even think
And
about it like this.
how they're dealing with authority and lack of control, and how that sort of plays against each other. The whole movie is really well done.
I do like that, and they're both grieving, obviously, and let's see, I guess seeing the different interpretations of grief or stages of grief. Like you could tell that Sally Hawkins's character did not want to move past her loss,
Yeah.
and I guess that's a. I think if I had one complaint, I guess it's like you never get to really see like the kids, Andy and his sister
Piper.
Piper. You never get to see them really grieve. Besides maybe like the funeral scene.
Yeah.
But
Which was also weird as fuck.
it was fucking. I would have for me. We got. I would call
Yeah.
the officer. Like we need to leave. This woman's trying to make me kiss a corpse. It ain't,
Yeah.
like we ain't saying happening. Did you know the girl that played Piper? That was her first time ever being in a movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They just found her. They put like literally the brothers that they put
Like
in
an open casting
open
call.
casting
Yeah.
call. They were looking for somebody with that specific disability.
Yeah.
And they found her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's fucking dope as fuck, dude.
Yeah, she was incredible in it.
Yes.
Let's talk about Oliver, though, because like I think he's such an interesting character in the way that like I don't know if I'm an asshole, but at first I didn't totally feel bad for him because I just assumed that he was like some sort of demon. I didn't think for a second that that was like a legit child.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, okay, this is some sort of like
Yeah.
spawn or something that she's like controlling that has appeared. I didn't think it was a child that like she previously fostered that was like possessed or anything like that. I just thought it was a straight up demon.
Yes.
So I didn't feel bad for him. And as I realized, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I guess a good majority of the body horror or the horror itself comes from that specific character. And kudos to the actor. He's got a lot for a
Yeah.
child to do. He's got to be intimidating. He's got to be gross. He's got to be off-putting, and yet still, you still have to feel some sense of like, still feel bad for him for what he's going through. Yeah. They did a fucking kudos to those guys for making me feel all of the feelings for one character in particular.
Yeah.
It's impressive, very impressive.
And just to have like such a complex performance.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of the actors came through with like really complex and intriguing performances
Yeah, nobody
that
felt like
helped the movie.
nobody phoned it in, not even a little bit. And
Yeah.
again, we'll never look at a kitchen knife the same way ever again.
No.
That
The
fucking
gore in it, fucking crazy. I saw a behind the scenes video of them putting like false teeth in for him to like deal with it, and like a video of him like eating wood, like and biting on it.
God,
And they were like, "Is that okay? Like, does that feel okay?" And he's like, "It's weird, but it's fine." And he's just a kid, so he's like smiling and laughing, and it's nice knowing, because I get scared when I see like child actors in like horror movies. Sometimes I'm like, oh, is this ruining them forever? But seeing the behind the scenes and this kid's just like laughing and goofing off and having a good time, I'm like, okay,
Okay.
it's all right.
It's just a make believe to them, which is perfect, as it should be. Because holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that's going to be one of those movies that he looks back at when he's an adult and be like, damn, I did that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I hope he gets major bragging rights for this.
Um,
Yeah. The music in it was so funny.
what do you
The fact that like Laura would just play fucking like 2000 pop hits sporadically.
Oh, you had to cover up all the horrible shit she's
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
The day before I went and saw it,
Mhm.
I was driving in the car with Mars and I put on Untouched by the Veronicas. And I was jamming to it and he was like, oh, I know this song, but I don't know where I know it from. I'm like, I don't know. It's like a really good song. It's super popular. And then the next day I saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, what a terrible association. Oh my God.
Yeah. He said when I brought that up to him after, I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I think I knew it prior. Like, I don't think that's where I first heard it.
Thank God. Okay, that's
I'm not sure if I believe him. But I don't think he associates it permanently with that movie because I did bring it up recently and he did forget.
perfect.
So,
Just keep doing it.
that being said, it is going on our Halloween playlist.
Respect.
I think it's a good poll.
It is a solid
Yeah,
goal.
keeping it crazy. Halloween playlist that you have to cite your sources.
I like it. APA format. I I would say don't watch this movie if you had a recent loss in your family. Um, it's a little too real at
Yeah.
times. Yeah. So, but it's a bad time.
Yeah.
That's all pretty much I really have to say about it. Like, I think this is probably gonna be on my top 5 for the end of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Just because I was a huge fan of the directors who talked to me, and I think this is a really solid sophomore presentation from these guys.
Completely agree.
Really excited to see what their next film is. If they keep going at this rate, they are going to be they're gonna be people to look out for, man.
Yeah.
So for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So let's read some letterbox reviews. So my buddy James said, "Why are these two kids so obsessed with citrus?" Letterbox user Matt said, "Video tutorials make everything so much easier." Letterbox user Connor says, "Pissing someone else's pants is diabolical."
That was a wild.
Yeah.
Like holy shit. Like, oh my fucking god.
Like he's real pissed.
You like
You didn't have to
you
do
did
that.
no, that's what makes it even worse. It's like why?
Like if I woke up and my pants were wet, I don't think I'd sniff.
No.
So like you could have just like thrown some water.
Yeah. And I've been okay with that. That's
Yeah.
totally been like
It's like,
yeah.
all right, that's still crazy, but pissing someone else's pants.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
And my favorite from Letterboxd user Zachary, somebody do a welfare check on Paddington Bear.
Respect.
Yeah. Hope he's okay.
I hope he is too.
Yeah. All right. So your star rating for Bring Her Back.
Oh, I'm gonna say 4.5.
Okay. I
Yeah.
give it a 4.
Yeah. It's like it was almost a perfect movie. I just have like I guess the ending is just so fucking bleak, bro. It's like I can't like me recommending that movie to somebody is like, hey, like you should see this movie, but when you're done, like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's no happiness that comes from this. So
No.
nah.
That's why you need the Ben and Jerry's.
Or the Bad Dragon.
Or the Bad Dragon. I don't know. I think if you're watching this movie and then you're like, you know what time it is, and you reach for Bad Dragon and not Ben and Jerry's, I don't think I want to know you,
That's valid.
and I don't think you should be allowed near schools.
Oh my God, that reminds me of this fucking one time I was in high school. There's this kid that I went to middle school with that I don't want to say like I avoided, but like he was an odd guy,
Yeah.
and I'm cool with odd people, but this guy was a little too odd for me,
That's frightening.
right?
Yeah.
So I've never like treated him badly or anything like
Mhm.
that, but just kind of was like, all right, that's odd. But high school came, he went to a different high school, never ran into him again. One day, randomly, and I mean really randomly, I'm sitting in front of my high school waiting for my mom to pick me up. It's like after school hours. And a kid comes up to me and he's like, Dexter. I'm like, Angel, how have you been? He's like, oh, I've been pretty good. So tell me about his life and everything. He gets like really quiet and really sad. I'm like, good, bro? He's like, yeah. I just broke up with my girlfriend last week. I was like, oh, damn, that sucks. He's like, yeah. He's like, but uh, we did get to like have relations. And I was like, oh, wonderful. That's like so. I was like, fucking more props to you, bro. Look at
Yeah.
you, Slayer. Love it. And he's like, yeah, yeah. He's like, but I think that's why we broke up. He's like, because she was a virgin, so like, she started, bleeding, and I was like, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And when I saw that, I looked her in the eye, and then I drank her, and I was like, what did you just say? He's like, I drank her, and she let me, and I was like, word. Like, yeah. He's like, and then after that we broke up. I'm not sure. I feel like I can't help but feel like it's my fault. I'm like, nah, nah. It's like it's not. You don't worry about that, bro. It's all good. And then literally as he finished like that sentence, my mom pulls up and I'm like, all right, I gotta go by. Click. And I just
Yeah.
never, never again. Never seen them ever again in my life.
Yeah, I think that like that might be pretty indicative of the fact that you're just willing to tell like a distant acquaintance all of that might be more of an indicator than the act itself. Because like if you're down, you down.
Yeah.
Like telling an acquaintance.
I made and we had maybe a whole 8 sentences in the 3 years we went to school together.
That's a lot to share.
It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
absolutely not. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Bring It Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blink is fun. But other
Yeah.
than that, solid film. You said you gave it a 4?
Yeah, give it a 4.
Yeah, any particular reason why, or just because?
Fine film.
Eh,
Good movie.
Okay, respect.
I don't think I'm gonna return. I don't think I'm gonna rewatch it.
Bro, it's gonna be so hard to like I'll
Like now that I know.
yeah, right? Like it makes it worse almost. Um, I I will probably watch Talk to Me again. I've watched Talk to Me multiple times since it's come out, and that also has a bleak ending. But I don't know. But this one is just like such a fucking gut punch, bro.
Yeah.
On like so many
Yeah.
levels. Poor fucking Piper. But okay, let's move on to the next one.
All right. So our next one that we have both seen is Weapons.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you take the film here.
Okay. Let me pull up a synopsis for
The tagline on Letterboxd is so long. The tagline is longer than the synopsis.
oh shit. All right, give it to me, son.
Last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. That's the tagline.
That's the tagline?
The synopsis: when all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance.
It's the same thing as the tagline.
Indeed, but shorter and less specific. So what do you think about this one, champ?
Okay, so preferences. Before I watched the movie, I listened to a review about it from one of the YouTubers that I trust when it comes to horror films, and he said that this movie he could see being very controversial and pissing a lot of people off. And I said, okay, cool. With
Okay.
that in mind, I went into the film with an open mind.
Mhm.
Overall, I liked the story for the most part. It's one of those movies where you just have to be like, this is what's happening because it's a movie,
Yeah.
and kind of have to leave every little bit of logic out the door because the moment you start asking any questions, the shit falls through immediately.
Hmm.
um, with that being said, I thought the crescendo of the film at the end was pretty satisfying. I thought the villain was a very relatively captivating character because I don't,
I would agree with that.
yeah. Uh, like by the time they get to like was that act four of the film, or like story number four of the
Yeah.
film, like yeah, you want that bitch to die. So it's like that's so I'm good on her for like portraying that, like making me
Hmm.
actually hate her. Um, I thought for the most part, it was a lot funnier than I thought it was supposed to be. Like the
Yeah.
fucking scene where the fucking the crackhead, no, was it meth addict? The meth addict
Yeah.
kept spawning back up to like fucking fight Josh Brolin. He just kept fucking wrecking him. That
Yeah.
was pretty good. Actually, all of his stuff with him in it as a whole, fucking like really good like comedy. Um, but yeah, I just don't like. I I don't understand when it comes to this one. This is my thing. I don't understand the the amount of hype this film had behind
I couldn't agree with you more.
it. I know we're gonna do like a whole thing on him, and we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that later. That's like next episode shit. But
Yeah.
it's literally like the polar opposite of
Hmm.
him.
Okay. So I don't like this movie. I I don't like this movie. I think the hype for it was insane. I was so excited. I was so disappointed.
Same.
I don't think there was a moment in it that I was actually scared.
No,
No.
no,
Um,
it's not that kind of horror.
I was so excited. The director, Zach Krieger, he's also the director of Barbarian,
Yes.
another film that I was really excited to watch and extremely let down by. So I should have expected. I should have known. I should have known, and yet
Here you are.
here I am. Um, and I'm so grateful
Hmm.
uh, that Mars feels the same way because I couldn't think of anything more horrendous than me leaving the theater, hearing everyone around me talk about how excellent the film was, turning to my partner and saying, I did not like this one. And for him to be like, this is my movie of the year. I think I would have had to kill everyone in the theater.
Out of principle alone.
Yeah, on principle alone. I don't even think it would have been an act of me killing. I think I would have exploded. I think everyone would have proof that spontaneous combustion is real, and it would have been in that very AMC. Yeah, I didn't like this film. There were elements of it that I thought were cool.
Yeah.
There were things that I'm like, okay, that's neat.
Hmm.
I thought the first half pretty solid,
Yeah.
and then the answer was witches.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bring this incredible premise for something supernatural and crazy going on,
Hmm.
and all of these questions, and we're wondering what's happening. And the answer was a witch character that we have nothing to do with whatsoever, nothing really linked to the town,
Yeah.
just this random kid's aunt.
Yep. If she's even a real
Yeah.
aunt, like yeah, just some random lady who comes into town.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That it doesn't fit. It's like you said, you think about it, it falls apart.
Yeah, it's
And I saw people talking about how, like you said, this film was controversial. I don't get it. I don't get how it's controversial. I think that, the very, very stupid dream sequence of Josh Brolin seeing the AK-47
Yeah.
above the house with the time.
Hmm.
is like the thought of maybe this being a commentary on school shootings and gun violence. But how? How? I don't.
It's
Where is that supposed to come in?
so like I remember hearing something about that from the director specifically. Said, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm quoting him correctly. He said that he had a dream where that exact same thing happened, and he just thought it'd be a cool visual.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that information, Lex. I appreciate you so much for that because I truly was seeing so many people talk about, oh, this is an excellent metaphor that says so much about our society. No. What?
He literally was like, if I'm like again, like I'm sure like that if somebody hears this and they're like a Redditor, I'm sure they'll be like, well, actually,
Yeah.
but I'm like 90% sure that he was just like, yeah, I had a cool dream. Like I had
Yeah.
a dream and that was in there and I thought it'd be a cool visual and that was the end of it.
And that
Okay.
makes enough sense. Like, whatever. It just it frustrated me. I thought you had some good performances in it.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Brolin was really funny to me in this. Just off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But my two standouts are Austin Abrams, who played the meth addict,
Yes.
and then Benedict Wong,
Oh
who
yeah,
played the principal.
that was awesome. Yeah,
He was excellent.
it was solid.
He was probably my favorite part about that movie. He brought good comedy.
Mhm.
He brought a level-headedness,
Mm-hmm.
and he really grounded the film for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he was possessed, he brought the horror.
Yeah.
Like his performance as a possessed man, incredible.
I didn't get it. It's like, yeah, I don't know how I said, fucking like big. That shit was crazy.
He had crazy swag. I don't know. If you have enough swag, you can do it. But that does bring me to one of the major critiques I have for the film,
Hmm.
is that, okay, you don't see a lot of death in this film.
No.
And the
yeah.
and the most gruesome and graphic death
Mm-hmm.
is a completely unnecessary killing of Benedict Wong's character killing his husband.
Yeah.
It's just not necessary.
Nah.
And I love splatter horror.
Mm-hmm.
I love all forms of horror. I don't shy away from violence, but I think that in a movie where you have a lot of horror elements and very, very few deaths,
Mm-hmm.
the most violent moment in your film, arguably being the most, in my opinion, it's the most violent moment of the film,
Mm-hmm.
is a gay man killing his husband.
Huh? Wow.
And when there are so many different ways that could have been avoided. Gladys could have also taken the husband and made him possessed.
Yeah.
She could have killed him directly. Like, I don't know, maybe she pulled a Glock out of her bag. That doesn't make any sense. But like, just having him do it,
Yeah.
and you could have had it done a lot quicker too. But the fact that he's pinning him down, bashing his head in over and over again, it just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes my skin crawl in a way that isn't like, ooh, this is scary. Just a way that I'm like, this is sitting right.
This is kind of gross.
Yeah.
I can see that because like based on everything that they've shown us on how the witch tree works,
Mm-hmm.
like she didn't even need to be at the house
Yeah.
for that to happen. She literally could have just wrapped like the woman's hair in the stick
Yeah.
with the ribbon, pricked herself, and then
She could have just like made him leave. He could have walked straight out the door
yeah, because that's how
and
that.
like shoved his husband to the side or something.
I guess like the only thing I could think of that like the reason why you would have that is just to establish that she is a evil character. But again, like by the time you get to the kids story, like all of that gets established pretty
Yeah.
like well. And also too, they like you highlight to her kind of being an evil presence throughout the film. She's popping up in people's dreams with like these creepy ass jump scares
Yeah.
and shit like that. Like yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I respect that. I for me like one of my bigger things is just yeah. I agree with you probably. No, I do agree with you. Where it's like the opening sequence alone, like the opening concept alone, like the first trailer for this
Yeah.
movie, fucking
I think we saw it together.
yeah,
We were both very excited.
yeah, because I was like, that was perfect. There is no explanation for what's happening. You're just watching these kids run out of the fucking house, and then that's it. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Never get to see like ruin. I don't know. I thought aliens for some reason. That's where my head went.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, nothing. But it's just but I agree with you. I think like the answers. But I think also too when you have a film where like its big linchpin is this mystery,
Hmm.
you have to be very careful on how you whatever the answer to that mystery is because a lot of people, I feel like a lot of films that have that type of premise get ruined very quickly because
Yeah.
it's like it's almost like a cop out.
Yeah, once the mystery is revealed,
It, it doesn't,
it
yeah,
doesn't work.
no, yeah,
I think that another thing when you're building a film like that, you have to make sure that you keep your logic.
yes.
And I don't feel like this did. It didn't fully work for me.
I can see that, and I also remember hearing a couple of couple of reviewers be like, the movie kind of lies to you in a way because it says every kid from that classroom disappeared, except that wasn't the case. There was one
Yeah.
kid that survived. Andy, I think,
Hmm.
survived. But yeah, like Andy survived. His name's not Andy. I think it'll be correct, but whatever it's
Alex.
Alex. Yeah, Alex is still in the classroom, but the trailer doesn't mention that. You just get told about that in the movie, and then at that point, it's like, well, Alex has to be a part of this somehow, some way. There's no way that he's not. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
And it said that in the tagline, if you recall, every child versus a synopsis, all but one.
Yeah,
So, Alex has to be involved in some way, shape, or form. So
yeah,
you know that mystery is linked to him. It sets it up very clearly that mystery is linked to him.
hmm
Um,
yeah,
it just the way it pulled through was not.
yeah. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best. So. I can understand that. So since you don't like this film,
Yeah.
what is your rating?
I gave this a 2.5,
Ah.
and the reason it's a 2.5 and not just a two
Mm-hmm.
is because it did some cool things
Mm-hmm.
with perspective shots.
Okay.
It had a few different shots in there where it was sort of putting you in a point of view where you're clearly following someone,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know who you are.
Oh,
You don't know why you're following. You just see the back of their head and you go with them.
true.
And that paired really well with the fact that it had that broken up story structure where you followed an individual character.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. That was something where I'm sitting down and I'm like, I'm excited to see where this takes me.
Okay,
And it didn't pull through.
that's valid. That's
And
understandable.
I felt like there were some like unnecessary storylines. I feel like I appreciate the thought to the character and the relationship to each other and how that changes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it didn't fully work. Like the whole thing with the cop, I didn't care. I didn't
Yeah,
care.
he didn't. It didn't really like.
His fear of needles, I didn't.
Yeah, it didn't. If you. Yeah, you could have cut him completely out of the story, and it
And it would
would
have changed nothing.
absolutely nothing. Same thing with the meth addict. James, is his name James?
Yes.
James. It was same thing with James's character too. Like, it would have like nothing would have.
I think that he almost even served more purpose than the cop by the fact that he broke into the house. So
Ah,
he was the way that you got the reveal of like what was in there.
it was. Yep.
I like the idea of you have the teacher go to the house, you have Josh Brolin go to the house, and then you have the meth addict go to the house,
Hmm.
and like different levels where you learn a little more each time. I
Gotcha.
think that that was a good method.
Hmm.
Um, method. um, but yeah, the cop was totally unnecessary. I didn't give a shit.
That's valid.
I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, he was in like
Yeah, I also feel like the teacher and Josh Brolin. I'm not learning either of their names. The
valid.
teacher and Josh Brolin, their relationship switched so quickly, where they were just allies now.
Yeah.
Like I get it, she was being attacked, and he jumped into action because he doesn't actually want any harm to come to this woman. He just wants answers.
Hmm.
But then they became a Scooby gang of two.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
it
It's kind of,
jumped for me.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's just I feel like that in particular is just due to the writing and the
yeah,
editing and just like having this premise and there's only one way for it to really go for it to be explained and or to go away and there's no I'm sorry and I don't personally and the way that they chose to reveal the answers and anything they kind of had to be like because you drag that out even more it would have just been like too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I give it a three out of five. Like, for the most part, I enjoyed the film overall. I think it was a nice, it was a pleasant surprise for me. But like I said, like after, if you like overhyped, which killed a lot of it for me, and then also too, just as I said before, if you think about it too long, it's kind of like, oh, none of this makes sense. Like, how did nobody saw them run into that kid's house? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. No
Like,
way.
so, like,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't believe you. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. All right, and that will put us. Was that the? No, we got two more.
Yeah. We have two more.
Okay. So I'm gonna give this one mostly over to you. This is a little indie film that we went to go see for your birthday.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Uh,
So this is Jimmy and Stiggs. No tagline. No tagline for this film. I just open up the poster,
Mhm.
a picture of the poster. Lose your fucking mind. That's all we got there. The synopsis. Shitstorm of bad news sends out-of-work filmmaker Jimmy Lang spiraling into an out-of-control bender, during which he claims to have been abducted by aliens. Fearing they'll come back, he contacts his old friend Stiggs to help him gear up for war. When the sun sets, the duo are thrown into a hallucinatory explosion of aliens, drugs, booze, and all-out carnage. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That is on paper how the film goes. Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
I really like this film. I um I like how it makes no fucking sense. I like how it makes perfect sense. Um, it truly, what a film. The thing that really makes this one is the special effects. There's not another film that looks like this.
No.
It has sort of three sections.
Mhm.
You start off in first person point of view,
Mhm.
and then at some point that changes, and you're just watching a movie normally,
Yes.
and then you go back to that first person point of view,
Yes.
and they do crazy things with it.
Sure.
The first time you're in Jimmy's point of view both times,
Mhm.
but the first time you have this awesome shot where he goes up to the ceiling as he is levitated by the aliens, and you just see the aliens like come all around you,
Mhm.
and that's so well done.
Yeah.
And then in the end, uh, spoilers, Jimmy is on the spaceship, and it turns out that the apartment that he was in, that he was fighting the aliens in the whole time, was in the spaceship. So he was just the apartment itself got abducted.
Mhm.
And he's been in the spaceship the whole time.
Yes.
He notices that there are these terrible little welts and stuff forming on his arms and legs, and he just saw Stiggs get killed by the aliens bursting through those welts. So he one by one saws off his appendages, and you just see that through the first person point of view, and that's how the film ends. And it's crazy. It's just so excellent. It's such a I usually don't like when you see like the first person shots.
Mhm.
As we were just talking about in Weapons, how I like when they do unique things with point of view shots.
Yeah.
This was done so well, and it was so interesting, and it kind of was annoying to watch, which I think enabled it more because you're supposed to be annoyed. This guy is fucking bonked out of his mind, um, taking every substance imaginable
Yeah,
to feel everything and nothing all at once. And it works so well, and it makes it even more impressive that you had Jimmy was being played by the writer director Joe Vegas.
Mhm.
So you have him strapped with this camera, just going and doing all of this in his own apartment,
Yep.
making the film that way.
Yeah, I'll say I really did like the behind the scenes little thing that they showed after the fact. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Um, I I was more of a fan of the little shorts that came in front of the film.
Yeah, the fake trailers.
The fake
The
trailers.
classic Eli Roth fake trailers.
Yeah, those are great. Was it the piano murderer? The piano killer?
Yeah. Yeah, the piano killer.
And then don't go in that house, bitch.
Yeah.
With featuring Snoop Dogg. Which I thought was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I had you there next to me to explain that because like I would have not have picked up on.
Yeah, when we walked out of the theater, I had to explain the plot to the party.
Yeah, everybody was like, I think I know what I saw, but we had no idea. So thank you for being the scholar that you are, being able to interpret that shit because I was definitely like, he killed himself, and that was so.
Yeah. This isn't really one that it's like terribly fun to talk about. Like, there's not a lot to say. It's just one of those things that you have to watch it. You have
Yeah.
to watch it and enjoy some crazy filmmaking, crazy DIY filmmaking with incredible practical effects.
Yeah, it's very much in like a modern vein. Evil Dead. With
To translate, Dexter said it's very much a modern version of Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, the original, with
Yeah.
just like Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi and like $1,000 to their name, like
Yeah.
same in like it's kind of in the same vein. So
Yeah, in my letterbox review for this, I said it's like if They Live and Evil Dead had a stoner conspiracy theorist baby. And
love
I
that.
truly believe that.
I respect that. I love that. I
Yeah.
think because they do have a couple fight scenes that are pretty cool.
Yeah, they literally did like the fight scene in They Live, but worse. It felt longer.
Which
It was. I think it was. I think it was longer,
but you don't want because that scenes are.
and it felt purposeful. It felt like a fuck you to the audience. It's like you wanted this, you get it now. So you know what? Yeah, 4 stars. Good movie.
I'm gonna have to give this one a 2. No offense, but
Okay, all right. So if we pretend that there are 2 of you, then we both gave it the same score.
I'm sure someone would love for there to be 2 of me.
Dexter Jimmy and Dexter stays. Full circle. Just like Bring Her Back.
Great fucking segue.
So our last film that both of us have seen before we go into our
Yes,
little game,
I love it.
which I feel like we need like an intermission. We need like a little song.
Oh yeah.
We'll figure that out
I'm
when
pretty
it's game time.
I think there is one on here.
Okay, cool. We'll play an intermission song after we talk about this movie. This one is technically a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're including it because there's no other time in the year that we'd ever fucking talk about it.
No, and it kind of makes me sad too because
Yeah.
it's like it's up there for like probably my
Yeah.
my favorite movies of the year, honestly.
Yeah, it is for me as well. That being said, it's another movie that's bleak as fuck. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna revisit it. It actually had a scene where I had to close my eyes and cover my ears.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's because I have specific trauma.
Understand.
That's ankle related.
Oh. Yeah.
If you couldn't guess, folks, we're talking about the long walk.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh man. Holy
So
shit.
let's
Yeah.
get that tagline.
Okay.
The task is simple: walk or die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 stars.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's 4. Yeah. Yeah. 4.
I like it's a little cheesy.
A little cheesy, but just
Yep. Just
cheesy enough.
Yeah. It's how I like my burger.
Yeah. I like if Mark Hamill said that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he says that.
Yes, he does.
Like,
Or something like get your ticket or whatever.
yeah. If you walk until you get your ticket, and yeah, so that breaks up perfectly. So I love Mark Hamill. So I love it.
Our synopsis. In a dystopian alternate America ruled by totalitarian regime,
Mm-hmm.
50 teenage boys take part in a deadly annual walking contest, forced to maintain a minimum pace or be executed until only one survivor remains.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is what happened in the film.
That is exactly what happens in the film. And the trailers, this is one of those instances where the trailers don't do the film justice.
I agree.
Yeah, like
I have no desire to see this film.
me either.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was tempted by the fact that it's a King adaptation, just because I'm deeply fascinated with Stephen King.
Mhm.
Um, I if I don't like one of his properties, I'm entranced by it. And I just want to know more.
Okay.
As like a hate watch or whatever, I don't know. I truly can't say.
I like
Um,
a couple of his films or
yeah,
adaptions, I guess is
yeah,
the best way to put
yeah. I need to read more of his books. Maybe I'll hate his books. Um,
it.
but yeah, I that kind of intrigued me, but not really.
Mhm.
Mars wanted to see it. I told him he can see it by himself. Uh, and then my boss was talking to me,
Mm.
and he knows that I go and see movies, so like he'll check with me if like a movie's good or not. He was like, "Did you see that they're making The Long Walk? Do you have interest in that?" I'm like, "Not really." And he said that he read the book uh, either when it came out or when he was very young, and he said that he wanted it to be made into a movie, but he didn't think they'd ever make it into a movie
Oh,
because it was so intense, and
huh.
that they would never get it.
Wow.
Which I'm like, okay, well now I have to go see it.
I like
And I did a little research, and they've been trying to make this movie for years.
that.
And there have been so many bouts of them trying to make the movie, and it just doesn't work.
Mm.
So the fact that they finally made it, and
Yeah.
they made it now, incredible.
Yeah. And I think it came out oddly enough at the most appropriate time, probably in our country's history. It's
Indeed.
very topical time
Yeah.
for this movie to come out. Um,
Yeah.
that's
I don't really have like specific moments from this film to
Mm.
like talk about. I pretty
Mm.
much just have blanket statements. It's something that I just think that people need to experience.
Yeah, this might actually be the one night time we don't do spoilers because I really
Yeah.
don't like. Yeah.
Spoilers, there's ankle trauma that's bad.
Yeah, there's some okay, minor spoilers. There's some gruesome shit that
Yeah.
happens if you
There's
are
also shit.
there is yeah,
There
legitimate
is shit.
there
We'll
is shit.
talk more about shit later. That's a little
Oh God.
something to keep you going till the end of the episode,
Oh
folks.
no.
She doesn't know yet.
I have so many questions.
Won't get answers until later, buddy.
Um, but yeah, no, I think just that's a synopsis, even with the trailer. Like none of those things really do this be justice. And if not anything else, like yeah, it's kind of a horror movie, but really more than anything else, it's a character study in a lot of
Indeed.
ways. And it is as much as it is a horror movie, it's also a really fascinating story about endurance, the human spirit, and hope in a odd kind of way, and being able to kind of make the best of whatever the situations that life can throw at you. I don't know. This movie really kind of like I think, like I said, this movie came in at the perfect time in my life, and I was like, after I watched it, I was like, yeah, I'm really glad I saw that shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The gore in it is fantastic.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
So it's just incredible. The acting is incredible. The pacing, also incredible.
I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
Well, what else would you call it?
No.
It builds itself very well. It brings all the emotions. It's just an excellent film. It's not getting the hype I would like it to get, and I think part of that is because it is so bleak. But I think within that, there's also a hope.
Hmm.
Um, just like you were saying.
Yeah.
You walk out, you don't feel good.
Yeah.
Um,
None.
uh, there's something about it where you're like, there's room for change and resistance, even within the means that we have.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I can't recommend that film enough.
I think this movie's gonna have a lot of legs. I legit. Oh, I didn't even do that on purpose. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't think you'd ever see like a shadow cast of it, but I
That's fucking insane. Okay, so picture a Rocky Shadow cast, but they're all on treadmills.
but I could totally see like a theater production of this easily.
I could too.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
theater production, I would love to see a theater production of this. Actually, not really
Yeah.
about it. Like theater production, and I think like streaming wise, I think this movie's gonna have a really nice cult following.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's one that I say like I'm never gonna rewatch, but I'm probably gonna rewatch it.
That this one, like unlike Bring Her Back, this one I even though I know how it ends, I would be willing just to kind of I would be willing to go back into that world just to sit with those characters again.
I agree.
Yeah.
Something interesting,
Mhm.
and no spoilers for the film or the novel.
Yep.
But I was curious about the differences.
hmm
So I read the full plot summary of the novel,
Yeah.
and they have very different things.
Yes. I heard about that. That's something I watched a comparison video not too
Yeah.
long ago, and they told me about that. I was like, oh, that's cool. And also, there's some minor changes too, like with the
Yeah.
pacing of the walk and the amount of contestants and
Yeah.
how it ends and everything like that.
So it makes me intrigued to read the novel as well, and then return to the film.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. And I think there was one reviewer I listened to who said that they preferred the book ending in comparison to the movie ending. They said
Yeah.
they think that the book ending was more that to them that felt like more of like a real ending than this one did, which I find curious because I feel like that the ending for the film was earned in so many ways.
I agree.
Yeah, like I really didn't see it coming. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, and then by the time like it's like by the time you realize at the same time that he does, by the time everybody realizes what's going on, it's already too late. So I've already said way too much. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Go see The Long Walk. Um, yeah, simple as that. Just,
Yeah.
go
Go see that movie.
If you don't take anything else away from this last hour and change that we've been talking, um, Ben and Jerry's, Shadow, Bad Dragon, AMC. What was that?
The Long
The Long Run. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, is a good Saturday night. All right.
All right. So
Mm.
your rating.
5.
It's a 4.5 for me.
Fair.
But I think it would be a 5 if I didn't have a very specific experience. If my bones were perfectly intact, it probably would have been a 5.
Understandable. Completely understandable.
But yeah, no, what a harrowing film.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
that movie was great. That's probably gonna be like the sleeper hit of the year, honestly. From like,
Yeah.
I think I even texted like a group of friends about it, and I usually don't ever give movie recommendations, but I straight up told them I was like, you need to go see this movie. This movie is actually worth your time. So
Yeah.
perfect.
All right. So we'll
This-
take an intermission and then return with our fun little game show.